Is Dragon Ball Z overrated? Do people actually think this show holds up to the majority of series that came after? Nostalgia is one hell of a drug. People have one anime over another, based solely on the fact that they cling on to those memories when they were a child. Dragon Ball Z was an anime like Naruto that I loved when I was younger, but when you grow older and gain new interest, the things that you hold dear just end up becoming childhood memories. Dragon Ball follows the adventures of a young boy named Goku. We follow Goku's journey and meet his many friends that we later hold dear. Bulma started off as the fan service character, but was the one who started his crazy journey of finding the Dragon Balls. Krillin started off as Goku's first rival and best friend, but unfortunately became the poster boy of anime deaths. Then we have Yamcha, a simp whose only goal is to be with Bulma, but unfortunately in Z he gets killed off by a Cyberman. Throughout the original Dragon Ball, there are many characters who got the opportunity to shine, but all went down the drain after the same saga arc in Z. The characters we love in Dragon Ball were reduced to Goku's cheerleaders. The cool and cunning teen who beat Goku in the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai was completely shafted after his fight against Nappa. It's really a shame how so many characters became useless in Z. The original Dragon Ball, despite not being my introduction to the series, was definitely my best experience evolving the franchise. Goku's training with Kami, the gags, the comedy, the cool characters, fights that didn't involve galactic destruction, the wacky villains King Piccolo, the introduction of the Kamehameha, the world tournaments, these elements really made me appreciate the beauty of Dragon Ball. It was simply a great martial arts show, which slowly lost its roots when we got into Z. Z is where my love for Dragon Ball dwindled, while GT and Super completely destroyed my hopes in this franchise. In Z, we were introduced to the concept of Saiyans. So instead of Goku being strong due to the amount of hard work he displayed in Dragon Ball, we were told Goku's strength was due to the blood of the merciful and bloodthirsty Saiyan race. Mind you, Saiyans get a power boost after recovering from near fatal injuries. And not to mention the Super Saiyan transformation. When it was first introduced, the form made sense, and it captivated one of the best rage moments in anime. But deep down, we all knew it was just plot armor. The introduction of Super Saiyan really turned off my attraction to the show. Instead of training to become stronger, now in Z, if you don't have this warrior blood, you're put into the back burner to never be relevant again. The design of Super Saiyan looks cool, but after the Frieza saga, they just milked the form to sell toys. We have Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan above a 1 but not quite 2, Trunks is Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan Fusion, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God Blue times Kaioken, Super Saiyan Rage, Super Saiyan Rose, and not to mention Ultra Instinct. Dragon Ball became less martial arts, and more when my hair color changes. I become more powerful. Due to the overabundance of transformations, the slow and dragged out moments, the pacing, the backwards development of Goku and Vegeta and Super, the existence of GT, the wasted potential of Gohan, the lack of use of any characters that are not a Saiyan, the Buu saga, the wasted potential of Goten and Trunks. These moments destroy my enjoyment. Dragon Ball Z, despite being a downfall in my opinion, still has great moments that I cherish. The legendary moment of Goku becoming a Super Saiyan, the epic father and son Kamehameha, the beauty of Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 transformation, Vegeta's speech, Goku and Vegeta's iconic first battle, Piccolo's sacrifice to protect Gohan, Vegeta's fusion, and the amazing spirit bomb against Kid Buu. The Dragon Ball franchise was at its peak with Z, but that changed with GT and Super. GT and Super had the characters we love, had many amazing transformations. It has Dragon Ball in the title, but we know this isn't the Dragon Ball we love and adored. 9 years ago was the start of Dragon Ball Super. The waves of excitement edged throughout the whole world after the release of Battle of Gods. Fans were praying for more Dragon Ball content, and after many years their prayers were answered, and unfortunately the product we were shown made me realize that the series of Dragon Ball wasn't all that was cracked up to be. You can't get away with just slapping transformations on top of transformations and turning our lovable main character into a brain dead monkey. Fans aren't gonna put up with mediocre work when we have thousands upon thousands of shows and mangas to consume. You can't rely on the same tricks that made you popular in the 80s and 90s. You had to be more creative in storytelling, and it shows with the manga sales of Super being poor despite the popularity of the series. Which brings me back to my question, is Dragon Ball overrated? Yes it is, even though it's hard for me to admit. Dragon Ball is vastly overrated by fans that won't bother to consume anything other than Dragon Ball.